Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. So, quick reminder that leaving a like on this video goes a long way for us, and if you're not subscribed yet, I would consider doing so. There's a lot more to come, and it's an honor and a blessing to be able to share this important information with you. So, my goal in these videos is to assist you in formulating a game plan to approach your individual path comfortably and feeling like you know what to expect. This conversation or this information came through during a conversation with my Pleiadian higher self within the space of the Akashic records. So this wasn't information that popped in randomly. This was a session that was instigated by me with the goal of bringing forward information that will assist us as we close out 2021 and enter 2022. And something I didn't know, but I'm glad I do now, is the man-made frequencies that are being pumped through the air are even more impactful and degenerative to our energy systems than they are during the summer months. So the cold weather causes the frequencies to move even slower than what they are. So these frequencies are lower vibrational for a reason. They are being pumped through the air with the intention of closing us off from source, keeping us disconnected from our soul. So anything we can do to counter that, we should be doing. And the best way to counter that is to grid your home, grid your property, or grid your bedroom at least with high vibrational minerals. So what's your favorite crystal? What did that crystal do? Does that crystal support you in maintaining an environment that supports your growth and evolution? So that's something you should consider. There are unseen environmental factors that may be the source of your bad mood. And anything you can do to keep your energy system intact in its full integrity, the better you will be, the better you will feel, the healthier you will feel, the more motivated and creative you will feel. So that's something you should think about. And there are devices that can measure these frequencies in your environment. So if you don't take my word from it, do your own research and see if that's something that you should consider looking into. So they're very concerned about us maintaining a high vibration during these winter months. So winter and the cold, lack of sunlight, lack of being outside causes a lot of stress on the suit or the vessel. So you have to make sure that we're starting the day right. The best way to start the day right is to go through the gratitude checklist immediately. So there are very few things in this experience as high vibrational as gratitude. So if you're doing that right off the bat, then you put up a wall of vibration, a high frequency that's going to allow you to operate in your experience comfortably without being bombarded with the energy of other people, without being infiltrated by these man-made frequencies, Wi-Fi, EMF, towers, radio signals, whatever the case is. Some of you are more sensitive to a certain type of frequency than you are to others, and then some of you are extremely sensitive to all of those things. So there's a lot to be aware of, and there are things environmentally that are no longer in alignment with what we're trying to do here. And until you address those issues, it's just going to get more and more and more uncomfortable for you. So take initiative, see if there's any holes in your energy field and close them up, fortify them, solidify them so that you can have a safe, productive work environment to ascend in. Another thing you should be aware of, there are going to be a lot of strange weather events and maybe even earthquakes. Hopefully our cosmic friends will be able to temper those earthquakes so they're not as impactful as they could be. Something they do all the time. They will change a magnitude 7 earthquake into a 4 or a 3, just by adjusting the ley lines. Something they're very easily able to do. But there's going to be bipolar weather meaning that there's weather in places that should be cold and then suddenly it's unseasonably hot. There are going to be places that are usually seasonably warm that are super cold, like they're in the tundra. So this is something that's been going on for a few years, but apparently this winter is going to be even more dramatic than before. So you should prepare yourself for that. There's nothing wrong with preparedness. There's no fear involved with preparedness. It is simply using information that you've collected to come up with a game plan. So if you have that information, you should take advantage of that. And these strange weather patterns are a direct reflection of what Gaia is going through. And I don't think a lot of us consider just how painful all of this has been for her. First of all, she's got the children on the surface struggling, running around, not knowing what they're doing. She's got the children on the surface who have forgotten about her. So we need to make sure that we don't forget about her and that we make her feel loved and supported in her growth here. Because there's a lot that has changed. The sun is transmitting fifth dimensional light codes to Gaia all the time, which she is integrating. There have been souls doing groundwork here, adjusting the grids, adjusting the ley lines, and awakening the sacred sites on Earth for a long time. But she's not out of the woods. She still needs our help. She needs us to ground and clear her energy just like she does for us. So keep that in mind and keep her in your heart. And the final bit of information is more personal to you. And I've written an article that's available on my website you can find in the description that expands on this idea a little bit further. But it's time for old souls who have been educating themselves for quite some time to distinguish the difference between informative intuition and actionable intuition. So there is a very important difference, and a lot of your awakening experience has been receiving informative intuition. Old souls are changing now in an educated state to receiving more actionable intuition. And let me give you an example of what this is. In my personal experience, an actionable intuition comes to me in the form of an idea for a video, and I have to stop what I'm doing and sit down and record then. Otherwise it won't happen. Otherwise it won't happen in the way that it's meant to. So actionable intuition comes with a certain charge of excitement that allows you to carry out that intuition or to manifest that intuition into a creation of some kind. Informative intuition is simply intuition that brings you light and information that increases your vibration. So anytime you're receiving intuition and you can recognize what that is, you're increasing your vibration because you're increasing the light you hold, or the information that you're able to hold. So actionable intuition. When I was given that download to make that video, I was very excited about it, but I just didn't pause and take advantage of that moment, which is fine. There will always be more information coming through. There will always be a new download to receive. There will always be an opportunity to create. It's not like we're missing something that can't return to us, but the manifestation would have been more impactful if you would have taken action when that intuition was given. So that charge that comes with the intuition feels a lot like motivation to move, motivation to create. It's the intuition someone feels, when they start painting again or when they start a project. It's something that comes with a certain level of excitement to get you interested in pursuing what was seen. A lot of souls are stuck in not understanding the difference between informative information and active information, actionable information. They are simply receiving intuition and then they're taking notes instead of taking action. And the guides are kind of shaking their head like, what do we have to do? So what they're doing is creating alignment based on your current state, your current situation, and they are picking and choosing their moments that would be the most, where you would be the most receptive or most likely to take action on what is being shown to you. There's only a small percentage of that intuition that is coming through that people are taking action on. So you should keep that in mind. It's time to act. It's one of the cosmic laws of the universe. Manifesting requires our involvement. It requires our energy. And the energy we are producing is going to be presented to us regardless. But when you're sending that energy, what instruction set does it have with it? Is it more of the same, or is it something new? Is it, can I take an action, or should I sit back and wait? So there's a lot of different ways to translate the intuition that's coming through to you. But if you can take advantage of the opportunity and the excitement behind creating or manifesting a specific task or idea or project that's come through intuitively, you should do that as much as possible. And you should know that when you do that, the guides celebrate and look forward to increasing their presence in your life and your awareness of them. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.